Hey you guys, what's going on? It's your boy Fendug. I'm sorry that I'm a little late with this video and whatnot, but you guys gotta understand I've been running on a very winded schedule because in light of my charming personality, I actually got into a whole lot of heap of trouble and things that was going on with my life. So with that being said, I wanted to give you guys a quick little backtrack about what's been going on with me, and then I'm going to get into my video, which is where we're going to talk about the criminal justice system and how it's unfair to certain parties and certain individuals. But before we get into that, like I said, I want to tell you guys what's been going on just recently tonight, earlier yesterday night. Late yesterday night, early this morning. Something happened at my house. My eldest brother's vehicle was stolen from out front of my house, and so we had that to deal with, and I was rushing across town while making some other things happen and whatnot. That's just what it is. Right now I'm in grind mode. I am in hustle mode. So that's pretty much what it is and whatnot. If you know anything about me, my family's a little wild and whatnot, and we don't always see eye to eye and whatnot, but I don't actually wish anything bad like that on anyone. That's just what that was. It's a huge loss to him and whatnot. I feel his pain because, ironically speaking, just a week ago, no more. I want to say about a week and a couple days ago, about 2 Fridays ago. My game console was actually stolen from out of my house, and it was kind of a tragic thing for me because I was hurt. That entire situation came with me realizing that at any given time, anyone can just walk in your place and just take something from you and whatnot. That's why I lay my head. That's where I sleep at. And for them to go into my space and just bang bang, I'm going to take your system and walk away. I felt violated and disrespected. So he slightly now feel how I feel and whatnot. But me, I think I've been dealing with a whole lot more L's than he has as of late. And I've been accepting them for what they are and whatnot because, like I said, I keep things first. I keep my mind first and try to push through a lot of stuff. So that's what's been going on lately. Keeping myself together, and like I said, I think I told you guys I lost my other car a while back. I want to say in October. I just got a new one, a Nissan Kicks. It has a touchscreen display. I'm loving it. Beautiful car, beautiful vehicle. One day I will give you guys a tour, a proper tour, because what I gave you guys last time was complete trash and whatnot. There are so many features to that car. I'm kind of liking it, and it's making me mad because I like my old car better. Sorry, big baby. Sorry. Yes, if anybody knows, that's the name. That was the name of my old car. Now, on to the topic at hand. I was gonna make this video live, but I ended up getting to it too late because of all the running around I did. So I decided I was gonna just do this video. I'm gonna put it out. It's gonna air Wednesday morning. Well, it's gonna air now because I'm just gonna post it. But it's funny. So what I wanted to talk about was Marissa Alexander. If you don't know who this young lady is, this young lady was convicted of what they call a crime back then of shooting a warning shot, and it was deemed assault with a deadly weapon, if I'm not mistaken, and reckless endangerment. I'm not 100% sure on the charges, but you guys might want to go in and look them up yourselves and whatnot, because I actually, I didn't have time to research it and whatnot. I just found out that the young lady was out today. I don't know how long she's been out, but I wanted to talk to her, talk a little bit about it, because it goes into the whole grand scheme of things of what I want to discuss. In retrospect, people who are wrongfully convicted of a lot of things and whatnot. And the way I feel about this is that's a situation that speaks in volumes to our justice system. So here's the thing. I don't think anyone who commits a crime should go free. I don't. But in retrospect, there are extenuating circumstances that people have to be looked at like, yeah, maybe this isn't all cut and dry and black and white as we see it be. For example, not only is Marissa Alexander's case the same, but so is Miss Alexander's case is equivalent to Miss Centonia Brown's case. I want people to realize what it means to actually defend yourself in this nation. Like, I feel like it was wrong. It was wrong of them to convict her of that. I mean, she fired a warning shot. The young lady didn't kill anybody. She didn't hurt anyone. She was trying to save her and her child's life. Like, in what world do you deem that a crime? Like I understand that you felt like she was going above and beyond her means and whatnot, but how is it that we're living in a world where you will prefer to have a person dead than for them to defend themselves and convict them of a crime? Like, so I have to wait, so I have to die and wait for the people to try my murder as opposed to defending myself and walking away from it scot-free? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, that is in the essence of what you could deem unconstitutional. Like, this lady had to fight on so many different levels that it doesn't make sense. First, she had to defend against her attacker. I don't know who this dude is. Don't know him. I'm not going to speak on his name or anything. But she had to defend against her attacker, her abuser. Then, after that, she had to defend her actions against law enforcement on the scene, who then arrested her at that point in time. I'm pretty sure they arrested her at that point in time. Then she went to court, had to fight to get the stand your ground application, like application put to her case and whatnot. After mind you, she stated that she had multiple restraining orders. Because I just actually watched a video of hers earlier today. She had multiple restraining orders against this man and whatnot. So, like, she fought for that application, and I'm not sure at how that went, but for her to have done that, she's been fighting for her life at every single turn after the situation and whatnot. And then for you to say that she's guilty of a crime, like, are you kidding me? Like, that is beyond anything I've ever seen in my life. And not only that, she was stating that some of that stuff wasn't even admissible in court. Are you serious? So she fought for her life on multiple occasions on that, and then she got convicted of the crime and whatnot. And then she was fighting for her life inside, fighting for her freedom, not her life, her freedom inside the judicial system, where they've been telling her no, and God rest his soul, I hate to say this, but Trayvon Martin saved this woman's life. I want y'all to realize how crazy that is. Trayvon Martin saved this woman's life. God rest his soul, because at the end of the day, had he not died the way he died, George Zimmerman wouldn't have got off on the stand your ground law. George Zimmerman wouldn't have given the application behind what stand your ground means. And it certainly wouldn't have sat down. We would have never known about this woman. And as savage as that, I heard about her after the Trayvon Martin situation, and I still think it's messed up. Like, if anything, and I hate to say this and whatnot, but Trayvon Martin is a real life hero right now. And I want y'all to realize exactly how he is. And this brings it full circle for me, because if he could do it, I feel like we owe it to every person who is wrongfully sitting in those prisons for doing exactly what they were supposed to do in a situation where it was either you or them. Like, you don't send a person to jail because their life was threatened by someone else, and then you have the nerve to go and take and put them in prison because they survived. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's just, and this is where it comes in with Centonia Brown, and this is why I want to talk about her, because she was from what I heard, in some of the things that I've read up on her, that she was sold into she was into sex trafficking. Like, in what world, in what country do we live in where that's okay, but killing the person that's enslaving you isn't? Like this girl was about to be used as a sex slave. Like, you know what? My analytical debate side is coming through, and that's why I'm having a hard time talking, because in my head, like I said on my Facebook page, if it was my daughter, I would prefer her to fight for her life at every given turn and second in that situation. Like, that was somebody's baby. Like, that was somebody's child. She was underage. And now you're telling me she has to wait until she's 51 to be eligible for release? Are you serious? So she don't get to live her life because of the guy that she killed lived his. He lived his. He was out here doing what he wanted to do. Like real life. If I'm gonna be real with you, real life. If I could do a year of her time just to reduce her sentence, I would. Like, because that it doesn't make sense. Like, it's savage. Like, that hit and hurt home for a lot of people, because now that, like I said, I was just recently robbed. I'm sorry. Yeah, robbed. Like, my house was, like, someone came in my house, stole my game console, walked out, did what they had to do with it, and it was what it was. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't even report it to the police. I'm not going to. I'm not going to yet. See, what happens is, I know something about my Xbox that people don't know. Once you turn it on and it's linked to an internet connection, something's very unique is going to happen. And I'm going to have all the ammunition to come and have the proper authorities catch the criminal who took my game console. So it is what it is. But that's where I lay my head at. So, are you telling me that if someone walks into my house, I have to let them violate me? I have to let them assault me, harm me, kill me, or whatever, in order for law enforcement to do anything? Otherwise, to do anything to them? Otherwise, if I do something, it's going to come back on me. That, by definition, is unconstitutional. You have the right to privacy in your own home, but you don't have the right to defend yourself in it? Like, what kind of... I think we need to add something else to the Constitution at this point, because it doesn't make sense. State laws is a joke. Here in Maryland, it's really bad. Like, there is no way a law that is governed under the Constitution should be directly handled by state government. And I'm going to tell you why. Because state government cannot adequately manage that situation from state to state. For example, stand your ground in Florida. Okay, somebody stood their ground, a person died, they got away. It happened in that heat of the moment when everything went that route. Cool. Had they done that in Maryland, they would be serving they would be serving a big sentence. Like, and that's where that whole situation comes down to fruition for me, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, and from state to state, the same action isn't given the same leniency. So at this point, it's like pretty much saying, like, all right, I understand state law for rules of the road. I understand state law for like vehicles and stuff like that. I understand state laws for petty theft and whatnot like that and stuff like that. But, like, state law doesn't make sense at all for, like, things like guns, like, at all. Texas, they have open carry laws in Texas. Like, open carry like it's nothing. These people walk around with guns on their hip like it's nothing. Safest state to be in. Maryland. I'm sorry. Bump that. Baltimore. You don't have that luxury. and it's the most dangerous city in the fucking world. Like, are you serious? Like, so we're not going to address that elephant in the room. It's unconstitutional to have laws like that. To have the laws separated like that. It just doesn't make sense. I don't think the federal government should govern everything, but like laws that govern, like, what's the names, like, all right, for example, state law should be handled for like Medicaid and stuff like that. Cool. Vehicles and all that, because none of that stuff's under the biggest part of the Constitution. Like, that's under the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. But being able to carry a gun, like, yeah, everyone should be allowed to do that. Like, being able to defend yourself in case of an attack and someone trying to harm you, you should be able to do that. Like here in Baltimore, I've seen police officers walk in people's houses with unsigned warrants. Unsigned warrants. It doesn't make sense. Like, make it make sense. And that's all we ever ask you here in Baltimore. Make it make sense, baby. Make it make sense. And a lot of people will tell you that it don't. Like, it doesn't. So Centonia Brown, back on topic, because I jumped topic and whatnot. Centonia Brown, she's serving almost a 5-decade sentence, and that's not fair to her, and that's not fair to the general public to have the what's the name. And this goes back to the whole rather tried by 12 than carried by 6. Like, sometimes them 12 is not fundamentally capable of trying someone's life against the scales of justice. Because the reality of it is, it might come down to a skin color. It might come down to the way he looked. It might come down to what it was in the nature of how it happened and whatnot. Maybe I shot a man because a man came into my house and tried to harm my family. And no, I don't feel sorry for it. So I'm in the courtroom, I'm smug, and I just know I did right. But let the jury tell it. Oh, that's an ill-mannered bastard. He ain't sorry for what he did. He need to go to jail. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm smug about it. I protected my family. Laws in this country don't make sense. And, like, I think that we need to take a closer look at it. No, bump that. We need to take a closer look at our politicians, at who we hire to ratify and make these laws. That's what we need to take a closer look at. We need to take a closer look at the judges who we put on them benches and who is willing to take in place people in prisons to create a populace for these prisons. That's what we need to take a look at, because for whatever reason, it seems like we get the raw end of every deal. And it's odd, and this is even going back to the Centonia Brown situation. She has a whole politician over there, a whole mayor, a whole governor, or whatever state that she's in, or whoever is overseeing her, whatever jurisdiction is overseeing her case, and not one single governor or mayor stepped out and said, this is unconstitutional. I think that we need to pardon Miss Centonia Brown because she fought for her life. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. If it had been the governor's daughter of that state that did the same thing, she got kidnapped and got sold into sex trafficking, and she fought for her life and killed the man that took her and tried to buy her and enslave her as a sex slave, and she took and killed him and whatnot, she would not be tried to the fullest extent of the law. Practice what you preach. That is the lesson here. Practice what you preach. Make it make sense. In the words of my good friend, my good brother on Facebook, Alan Harris. I'm sorry, I was about to say your middle name, brother. Alan Harris. We don't make the rules, and that's the problem. We don't make the rules. We need to start making the rules. Miss Brown, if you do get a chance to hear this, if you ever get a chance to see this, I want you to know I'm rooting for you. I was actually online earlier. I was looking at how to start petitions and stuff like that, because I'm gonna be real with you. If there's an online one or one that we can get in circulation, I'm for it. I want to see you home. I want to see you home living your life because you deserve that much. You didn't have a fair shake. You didn't have a fair shot. Some of us out here are struggling, but I think you deserve a fair shake at being able to be a part of a struggle that, and I'm not saying I want you to struggle, but you deserve a fair shake to be able to live through something worth living through. You do not deserve this. And I said, as for Marissa Alexander, young lady, if you ever get a chance to see this, you beat the system. You beat it this time. I want you to know that I'm rooting for you too. I want to see all the good things that happen to you, and I think you deserve everything and that's coming to you. It's nothing but love, love and respect for those people who might not see, who information gets lost in the system, who don't get the chance, get the right to get their voices heard. I'm praying for y'all. Like there, and I've seen so many things on. Like, you wouldn't believe the things that I've seen on Facebook. Like, so many memes. Like, I can't remember. I don't remember the young lady who made the meme. But she said, "So you telling me that hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of my black kings are sitting behind bars in prison for trumped up drug charges off of weed, and now the white man is about to sit here and make millions off of that? Like, in what world do we live in? Like, I want to see. I'm a need for, and these are done state by state. If we voted for the laws to be that, if we voted for the laws to be that a state is going to be housing marijuana facilities and stuff like that, or even having like vendors there, I believe that every prisoner that has ever been convicted of selling weed needs to be released with a marijuana dispensary card, because that's all they ever did. These men have been out here struggling for decades, trying to make ends meet, trying to help. What's the name? Now you guys can tax it, and now you want to put it in the hands of the very same people who didn't benefit from it. Now they can benefit from it, and people like. And I try not to make it a color thing, try not to make it a race thing and whatnot. But I find it funny, like the designer drugs of choice that are targeted are the ones that are my black community, that wasn't even made by us or put here by us. But yet you guys don't do anything to the cocaine heads. Like, what's going on here? Like, I'm sorry, like this I'm still bothered by a little bit of it and whatnot. Maybe that's just me, but I don't mean to seem racist or put a color stamp on it. But yeah, like I said, in this past year, I've seen so much. I had someone coming down steps. I don't know who it is, but yeah, that's my brother. He I don't know where he coming from, but he did his thing anyway. But like, you can't preach to me or tell me that the things that this country is still putting out is fair. It's not fair by a long shot. And the only thing I can think to do is try to use this platform that I'm creating for myself, I'm generating for myself, is to bring about awareness. Like I said, I don't know what I want to do with this channel, period. But I do know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the things that we need to fix. And you know what? Forget that. I'm not talking about just the things we need to fix. I want to find out and offer solutions. That's what a debater learned. The debater in me learned. We don't just debate about what's wrong and say, okay, well, it's wrong. No. We need to offer up solutions. We need to offer up solutions. And I did earlier and whatnot, where I said the federal government need to need to step in on some of these what's the name? That's my other little brother. He's a twin. So, but I think, and the other one just came out of the basement. See, like this is what it is. It's like magic, twin magic. Ha. Sorry about the twins. Anyway, like we need to like I did earlier. I think the federal government needs to step in on some of these, the Constitution, like. And I get it because everyone says because a lot of the times when you go to court you bring out case law and case file and all that stuff about what the federal government did, this and the third. But there needs to be a bipartisan, like there has to be some sort of check and balance between the levels. Like there needs to be like an enforcement between the agencies that govern federal and what's the name level, because it doesn't make sense and whatnot. Like there should be one that comes down and say, okay, well, here's the thing: the United States federal Constitution say this, and this. Your laws that you've made is in direct violation of this. A person being convicted of this can't be done through this. Like they have to be within this. So yeah, maybe the stand your ground rule do work, right? Let's call it what it is. Maybe it does work. You put that in there, and then you allow the states across the board to make it how they want it to be and whatnot. For example, I don't know if there's a self-defense law in Maryland. A lot of the times, a lot of the people in Maryland feel like there isn't. I'm gonna be real with you, including myself. But if a person breaks into my house, unless I have absolutely nowhere to go, I can't do anything to that person. Like that's real, and that's not the way I want to live. I do want to get out of Maryland and whatnot. I do let it stay. I do love Baltimore. I kind of can't go to sleep without the gunshots, without the sounds of gunshots. Like, it is what it is. But like, it's not peaceful here. Like a lot of the time, it like people take L's here and they take them in the worst ways. Freddie Gray, Detective Suter. And my whole thing with that is none of us believe any of what happened in that situation either. So, like I said, the laws that we have, we need to fix. And I issue a challenge to, back in debate camp, we call it the Pepsi challenge. I issue the Pepsi challenge to each and every one of y'all out there that view this. Hoping that it'd be a whole lot of you guys that view it. If you guys can, I want you guys to go ahead and any petition involving Miss Antonia Brown, I want y'all to go ahead and sign it. About involving her immediate release, I want y'all to go ahead and sign it. Okay? Then when you sign it, I want you to go and create a YouTube account, right? I want y'all to go ahead and shout her out. Tell her that you support her. And then on top of that, I want you to go and tell Miss Alexander that you support her. Because I think that there is nothing more beautiful on this planet than us coming together. Call me sappy, but that's just what it is. All right, you guys, I'm coming up on the 30-minute mark. I wanted to make this a 30-minute episode. Hope you guys like what we talked about. What I talked about. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and put them down. What's the name? I want to talk to y'all. I want to get y'all thoughts. I need to know. Like I said, it's the debate in me. I want to get as much information as I can. And we could definitely go from there. For those people who don't know, like I said, FinDub, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button when you get the notifications when I post videos. Also, I want to let y'all know that when I get big on here, because I am going to get big on here, because I like to get fat like that. I'm a big guy. I'm going to be doing giveaways and all that. Hopefully, I want to actually do what's the name? When I get a chance, I'm going to do like a little gas station, gas stop thing that I want to do with my friends and whatnot. So we're going to do that. We'll get back to you guys as early as next week, next Tuesday. Everything will go back to its original time. Sunday, I'll be hosting my football channel. I'm sorry, not my football channel. My sports discussion. I'll be going live with that. I'll try to have people weigh in on that. But the reality of it is, a lot of my sports enthusiast fans, they're spread all over the place. There's a young man by the name of Hakeem. He's actually on here on YouTube too. You guys need to go check his page out. He actually hosts a group on Facebook, a sports group on Facebook, and we talk about sports all day long on there. So we're gonna do a lot of trash talking about each other's teams and stuff like that, and that's what I want to do. I want to get in the bushes of every fan that I can, especially the Saints fans, because my Buccaneers are losing, and people will often tell me like, "How are you a Buccaneers fan? Who does that?" Because I'm a fan. Shut up. That's what happened. So yeah, I'm gonna have a discussion on that. We're gonna have some fun. Like I said, come on over, you guys, and if you guys like the channel, I'm just getting started. Like, this is me getting started. I do apologize because I don't have any editing software or anything like that. I don't even have a laptop. My laptops are broke. All of them. I got 4 of them, and I didn't think to do any of this earlier when they was all working. So now I'm doing all this when they ain't working. So come on, like I said, we're gonna have some fun with it. All right, you guys, Fendog.